Greetings, everybody. Dave DeWalt here, founder and CEO of NightDragon, coming to you live from San Francisco here at the RSA Cybersecurity Conference, along with about 40,000 of our friends and family, right, Mike and Robert? It's so great to be here. I always say I'm honored to be a part of this cyber community, and I truly mean that. It's amazing to have such long relationships here. And my co-host, Robert Herjavec, I think you all know from Shark Tank fame, but also 20 plus years of cybersecurity as well. We're kind of the OGs, I guess, somehow.
I'm like the Paul Anka, you're like the Rod Stewart of security.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Thanks for co-hosting. Thanks for being here, my friend. And we have just an amazing guest today as part of our NightVision event, Mike Fay, the founder and CEO of Island, which is one of the coolest companies out there. Mike, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
So fun to see you, my friend. It's been a while. We have a lot of history together as well, having worked at McAfee way back in the day. Tell everybody a little bit about what Island does, and I'll let Robert ask a question too.
Sure.
But what does Island do so the audience?
So at Island, we focused on the future of work. And where we started from was this recognition that the browser became the operating system. And in so doing, it hadn't evolved. If you really think about it, the endpoint looks the same as it did almost 30 years ago, right? From an end user perspective. If you gave my daughter a phone 30 years ago, she couldn't use it, but she could use that browser. And so when that project became a fundamental open source project called Chromium and everybody was on it, we realized we could take that and upgrade it to the enterprise. So we focused on the end user first, how to make them more productive, how to make them more efficient. Then we actually looked at what's the IT stack that supports them and added that into the product. And then finally, what can we do to fundamentally change cybersecurity? The combination of that has become a full platform. As we progress, we moved outside the browser. So now we do everything on the endpoint. We built the network to control it and get us back to our core properties, digital experience, and now AI. And it's become a full platform.
It's so smart and so simple.
Yes.
And like we were talking, so disruptive to the industry because you're backhauling the traffic, you're building out the network, you're going to disrupt an entire segment of our industry.
You would never build some of these companies the same way now, having the hyperscalers the way they're built, the way that we're looking at agents, the way they're built. You'd put a lot more control at the endpoint, and that's what we did. We're all about the last mile control.
And Mike, talk a little bit about this transformation from a browser that we're all used to using, that our kids could use, to now this kind of new browser that AI's come around.
Yeah.
And what's really important from me and my learnings with you is like you become this epicenter of AI in a way that most people don't realize. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, first, if you really do an audit and you think about it, about half of cyber existed because the browser was a non-collaborative member of the estate. Like, who in the world would think if he wanted to stop somebody from going to a website, I have the answer, backhaul all the traffic somewhere, look at it and then let it go. Like, that just sounds like a terrible design, but that's what we had to do. The browser wouldn't collaborate, so we had to take control. When that collaborates, you can simplify the whole stack. Now you can take on new challenges. AI is one of my favorite ones, and it's because it really exemplifies what we think as a company. You don't hear us talking about the threats in AI, the boogeyman, how it's all going to destroy you. We start with, we enable AI. That's the first part, literally getting AI out to every endpoint and doing it in a way that works for regulation, compliance, and security. So we call that AI Protect. Then it's automate. You have to take the flow they're in and inject AI into it. So we modify the presentation layer and literally can take that upgrade button, that submit button, whatever it is, change it and call an AI sequence behind it so we can push AI out a step at a time and not have to ever train the end users that it's there, not have to do that. And then the final one, AI Educate. We have access to the best data of how companies run. So I can take that call center, record everything they do, redact the data that needs to be redacted, and that's what you train your model on. Then you push your model back out and we modify the presentation layer so you can score it at the end. So the model learns that it's succeeding. When it fails, we record what occurs after that. And so we become part of this whole how to make AI better in a secure way. And I think that's what we need to become as an industry. Less, I'm blocking one threat, I'm stopping one problem, and more, I'm making stuff happen.
And what I love about it is a simple interface to the user.
Yes.
It's the browser.
It's the one they know.
And not just the employees internally, but contractors, outside parties. Because you know what a big threat is for people, third-party risk now. Now I can simply give people access through the browser, which is secure.
This whole area of AI enablement, protection, the whole life cycle around it that you're describing is incredibly important. Maybe just talk a little bit about 2026 and what you see happening. Are you focused more on go-to-market with partners, more
Yeah.
technology, a mix of both? Just what are you trying to focus on?
Well, the technology build out is fast and furious. We built the password digital experience, but there's so much more you can do. So completing that vision is very important. And this can run in any open source project. So we run outside the browser whenever that. So as we start to see new offerings from the AI companies, how do we embed those controls, make them better, enable them to be successful?
Keeping up with that.
Yeah, so we got a rev on that. We've also been integrating all the agentic browser controls into the core browser in a way the enterprise can handle it. So that is important. But sales is a big effort. So we've gone international. We've rolled out, we started last year, I think, with 40 something sales teams. This year, 140.
Is the value self-evident when you get in front of the enterprise, or does it need to be sold? Is it almost a little bit of disbelief? Because as a old security guy like Dave, a simple browser that protects me almost seems simplistic.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Like you walk in, you tell me that, and I'd be like, why didn't somebody think of that?
It's so funny. I have to do something that goes against my inner training as an engineer. We broaden the POC every time. They say, here's what we're testing. No, bring in the end users. Get these people involved. Get these people. Because when they see it, they can't unsee it. And so it is very evident. And we do take out a lot of software. There is a lot of hard costs that go out real early. So the ROI is never a problem, but it always is the end user. Will they like it? Will they enjoy it? That gets easier every day. You roll out for, entire, Fortune 10 companies now, and you've got enough fan base that says, okay, this is strong. But that's what we have to do. Every time if it worked, we'd roll it out everywhere. So, all right, let's go prove it works.
Right.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Fay, the founder and CEO of Island, one of the most important disruptors, I believe, in the cyber industry. Congratulations, my friend. Really appreciate it. Thank you,
all.
ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you.